Issue from the cold and snow, potholes and the damage they do to your car. WSBT's FactFinder Kelli Stopczynski looked into who will pay for that damage. And Kelli, there are a lot of laws about this in Indiana, actually.
And Cindy, I guess the best answer for people who have damage from potholes just like these is that the city, the state, or sometimes the county may be liable and have to pay for those repairs. But in most instances, that's not the case.
Seriously, he was like boom, 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 and I'm like, whoa, where did that come from?
Brandy Green says it happened before she had time to react.
As soon as I hit it, they blew both out, and I'm thinking it was only one.
She limped her car into the Marathon parking lot on McKinley, less than a block from the pothole she ran over.
And as we were pulling up to the air to get some air, there was another car parked there, and their tires blew out as well.
And when she called and emailed the city of Mishawaka the next day to see if they'd pay for the $215 she spent on a tow and new tires, she was told she'd have to foot the bill.
Indiana law protects the people who are responsible for taking care of these roads and the potholes when they're created by weather. So drivers are usually the ones stuck with the bill, and potholes like this one that suddenly appear before crews have time to fix them.
The hole's been there a long time and hasn't been addressed, and everybody knows about it. That's going to be a problem for the government entity. On the other hand, if a hole just appears and nobody knows anything about it, it's hard to impose liability on the government agency.
The law also puts some hefty responsibility on people behind the wheel, now in a game of driving dodgeball.
If a person's at even 1 degree at fault and contributes to damage, then under Indiana law, the government entity is not liable.
But for Brandy,
It frustrates me a lot, you know?
that frustration is just another hole in her pocketbook. So if you do have damage and you want to try to get money from the government entity, you can file something called a tort claim notice. That's the first step toward getting those repairs once you figure out whether the road where it happened is owned by the state or the county or a city. But again, that's a very tricky process, very difficult to win there. Something that can help your case, though, is if you know that that pothole has been there a long time, and if you know that other cars have filed claims saying they, too, have damage from it. Also want to point out we are not on a road right now. We're actually in a parking lot, in a Hobby Lobby parking lot. So we are in a safe place. We're not on the road, not playing in traffic tonight. Reporting live in Mishawaka, I'm Kelli Stopczynski, WSBT Channel 20.